Hey y'all. Okay, so look, we all know that Valentine's Day is right around the corner, right? It's next month. It will be here before you know it, right? And today we know Valentine's Day to be a day of celebration of love and gift giving to those that we cherish in expression to show how much we love them, right? Well, if you knew what I know, you might not look at Valentine's Day the same ever again, okay? Let's get into it. In ancient Rome, which is where Valentine's Day derived from, their celebrations were very violent, okay? They took place in February from the 13th through the 15th, and they would celebrate the festival of Lupercalia, which prompted the purification of good health and fertility. Okay, it don't sound like nothing is wrong with that, right? Keep listening. The men would sacrifice a goat or a dog and parade around drunk and naked and whip the women with the hides of the animals that they had slain. The women would line up for the men to hit them, and they believed that this would make them fertile. Okay, let's just pause for a second and think about that. So, you lining up, okay, get in line. Lisa, Tammy, Vicky, come on, y'all, get in line. They about to come beat y'all with these bloody animals that they just killed. And this is supposed to make you fertile so that you can have a baby. First of all, he drunk and he naked, and you standing there and allowing this drunk, naked man to beat you with a bloody, slain animal. And just think about that. a goat not little. And they hitting you with a goat. First of all, you getting knocked down. So now you on the ground laying somewhere while they beating you with this goat or with these dogs not little either. So if they swinging a whole goat or a dog at you, that's going to hurt. Okay? So where is the love in that? And what does that have to do with showing you how much I love you? Like I'm telling you guys, these pagan holidays that we celebrate don't got nothing to do with what we think they have to do with. They derived from something very dark. Okay? So, moving on. The festival also included matchmaking rituals where the men would draw women's names from a jar and they would be coupled with that person for the duration of the festival or longer, if it was a good match. But think about that. So now they done drew your name out this jar. Sonya, come on, girl. You about to be matched up with Ray Ray from down the street. That we all know who Ray Ray is and what Ray Ray do. We all know that Ray Ray don't take baths. And so now you paired up with him for the rest of the day, and you don't got no say in it because this is the ritual. This is what they do. So you have to do it. Okay? Think about that. Now, you might get lucky. You might get lucky and get somebody that's good because they said they may stay together longer if the match is right. But just think about participating in some type of festival or ritual like this where they just drawing random names out of a jar and pairing you up with whoever. Like you ain't got no say in it. You just got to go along with it because this is the ritual. This is what they do. Okay? No, thank you. All right? And if we actually knew where the actual name of Valentine's Day came from, I'm telling you, a lot of us would actually rethink celebrating this day. It's been watered down a lot, but this came from something very dark and ritualistic. The actual name that we celebrate with love, which is Valentine's Day, came from the slaying of two men by the name of Valentine, which took place on February 14th at the hands of the Emperor Claudius II. So we running around frantically trying to make sure that our loved ones got something for Valentine's Day, got some flowers for Valentine's Day, or a gift or something special. We doing all of this extra stuff on this particular day when this day is named after two people that were killed for no reason. And their names were Valentine. And that's where Valentine's Day came from. That's where the name came from. You know, and I know a lot of people will probably say, well, we're not celebrating the bad. We turned it into something good. But you still have to think about where it derived from. And what do you think about how Satan sitting back just watching us like these silly fools? They sitting back, you know, celebrating all of these pagan holidays that I created. It's ridiculous. And listen, I ain't trying to act like I'm holier than thou or, you know, that I'm better than nobody, because I celebrated Valentine's Day too. And probably would have still been celebrating it hadn't I got educated, hadn't it been brought to my attention. And just like all of these holidays that we celebrate, most of them that we celebrate are pagan holidays and ain't got nothing to do with God. And he actually frowned upon them. Christmas too. And I mean, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with celebrating Christmas, because God, well, you know, he's kind of given a pass for Christmas. But the thing is that we're celebrating Christmas thinking that it's his birthday, and it's not his birthday. There is no actual date noted in the Bible of what Jesus's birthday is. So, you know, we just came up with some random date and, you know, decided to celebrate it on the 25th, but that's not his actual birthday. You know, so, and that actually derived from another pagan holiday as well, which I'll get into that some other time, because right now we're talking about Valentine's Day. But as time went on, the day evolved and pagan rituals were watered down, and now it is $1 billion industry that drains our pockets of something that originated from something dark, bloody, and ritualistic practices. And we sitting around stressing because we may not have enough money to go get our loved one a gift on Valentine's Day, when we shouldn't even be celebrating this day in the first place. Now let's talk about Cupid. Cupid, you know, the cute little baby with the bow and arrow that shoots an arrow into you. Let's talk about, first of all, Cupid was an ancient Roman god, okay? He carries a bow and arrow whose wounds inspire love or passion into its every victim, okay? Keyword, victim, okay? So if it's supposed to be about love and, you know, cherishing people and, you know, expressing, you know, your deep admiration for someone, where does the word victim come into play, okay? Let me tell you two main reasons why Cupid is wrong and derives from something that we should not be celebrating or participating in, okay? First reason is the first commandment of the 10 Commandments states that thou shalt not put any other gods before me, which is God. And Cupid was an ancient Roman god. You can't serve more than one god. You can't affiliate with more than one god. If you believe in God, the Holy Spirit, the Most High, then that's the only one you should be affiliating yourself with, and no others, okay? The number one reason why you shouldn't be messing around with no Valentine's Day or, you know, celebrating Cupid or anything like that, or anything that has to do with him. The second reason, look how closely related the intent of what Cupid stands for is to witchcraft and sorcery. His arrow inflicts someone with love and passion for a person, which is what these witches and warlocks do with these love spells and these binding spells, regardless if you believe in it or not, okay? It's real. And you will be the main one afflicted by it because you don't believe, because you're not knowledgeable of these things. And you just brush it off as to fiction or a fairy tale when it is very real. It is very real. But this ain't a witch and warlock video or anything like that. So Cupid was also sometimes portrayed wearing armor to suggest the parallels between warfare and romance. Because for those of you that are knowledgeable in the world of witchcraft and sorcery and all of that main thing, what do you pray about? What do you pray about when you are trying to break these rituals and these spells and curses up off of you? You pray for God to armor you in the full armor of God, right? And we talk, and there's other prayers where God is, sending out the arrows and scattering your enemies. And here come Cupid with an arrow to try to get you to be romantically involved with somebody that you don't even want to be. And that's how these spells and these rituals work, y'all. That's why you better armor yourself up with the full armor of God. You better, so that these arrows do not penetrate anything, because it ain't actually no little baby running around with a bow and arrow. It ain't really him. It's these witches and these warlocks. It's Satan out here and all of his little minions that's coming for your neck. So you better armor up and get educated, get knowledge, get some knowledge and some wisdom. Because like I said, whether you believe in it or not, it is real. Okay? It is real. And a lot of y'all gonna get took down on this very day that we out here celebrating, thinking it's about love, and it's not. It's not. That's not where it came from. So, but yeah, I just wanted to come on here and get some quick knowledge right quick about, just dig into some of the history of where some of these holidays that we celebrate came from. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a video on Easter. Okay. So get ready for that one, because you're going to be surprised with that one as well. All right. You guys have a great day.